Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. This is Hany Ismail from Planning Engineer website. I received a very interesting question is asking Hany. I have to make a program, but the problem is the BOQ is front loaded and I cannot use my EVM to track my project. Also, the engineer is telling that he cannot do the resource loading to monitor the project by resources because there is no clear quantity and breakdown for MEP items. So in this video, I'm going to explain to you how you can create a weightage to monitor your project when you don't have cost or resource loading. The idea is the best way, of course, is to have the cost loading and the resource loading, but sometimes for some scenarios we don't have neither of them. We don't have costs, we don't have resources, so how we can monitor our project? Definitely the duration percentage complete is not very accurate, so here I have an alternative way so you can monitor your project without any costs or resources. I mean here by monitoring the project that you can see the planned percentage and the actual percentage and be able to report the percentage completed of your project. In this method, the first thing you need to do is to review your duration very carefully, because I'm going to based on this duration for my weight. So first thing to do is to have a look about your durations, be sure it is okay for you, and if you need to increase important activities duration, do it, or reduce not necessary activities, so also you can do it. Also at the end of the video I will tell you how to do some leveling so your cash flow will be very nice and looks great. Okay. This is a kind of big project. It is not a small one. We don't have here any costs or resources. As you can see, budget cost is 0. So the first thing I'm going to do is to add a resource. So I'll go to enterprise, then resources, and I'm going to create my new resource. Okay, I'll call it, let's say, weightage. Okay, and I'll make it here. You have to decide the reporting method you are going to use. If you want to have some reports from Primavera, like planned percentage, actual percentage, and so on, you can make it material or labor. But if you don't care a lot about Primavera and you need to have it as reporting in Excel, so it doesn't matter. So here I'm going to use it as a material. Okay, I'll put a price for it, 1 per unit. The default unit and the maximum time per unit doesn't matter. Okay, then I'm going to click finish. Now I'm going to my activities, and I will do the assignment of the resources. I'll click the first one, and here before doing this one I just need to do some very basic filter, because I don't want to put the resource on the milestones because it has no duration. So just I'll be sure that the activity type is equals to task dependent. Click OK, and that's it. If there is any milestone, it will be removed. Now I'm going to the resource tab. I'll click add resource, but I will not add it now. I'm going to select all my activities. I'm going to the very end, then click shift, select the last one, and click here one click only. Don't click twice. You might think that nothing happened when you click it at the first time, but the magic is happening behind the scenes. Okay, now I have a resource, okay, for all my activities. Let's export now. I'm going to export the spreadsheet. I'll select resource assignment, then I'll select my project, and I have to be sure that I'm exporting the resource ID, resource name, doesn't matter. The most important thing is the budgeted units. Then I'll click next. I'll save it here in my documents, click finish, and that's it. Okay, now when I open this sheet, these are my resources, okay? These are my resources. What I need to do, I need to have here my Primavera file. I just make Control A, Control C, then I'll make a new sheet. Okay, all I need is the duration. Okay, then I'll make Control H. I remove double space with nothing, so when I do a VLOOKUP here, I will get the duration. Okay, what I need to do now, I need to replace this value with the duration of the activity. So I'll make it a VLOOKUP, look for this activity ID, and I'll go to this book, 1, 2, 3, I need column number 3, and exact match. So this will return the duration of my activity. I'll make double click to apply this formula for everything. Okay, very nice, very good, nothing, no errors at all. Now I'm happy with this one. I'm going to copy, paste 1, 2, 3, and there is one small trick here that you need to go to data, text to column, next, then select this comma, next, and make it text. What this will convert the number into text. This Primavera can understand, Primavera database can understand much better. So I'm going to click save and close. Here, if you notice that we have a value here, because by default every activity has default units and we make the units 1 per unit. Okay, but this is not actual cost. Now we need to update this one. Focus on this 107 when we update it. Now import spreadsheet. Okay, the activity resource assignment. Click next, update existing project, and finish. Now we have equal distribution of the budgeted units. Let's say that we have the engineering here, we have the construction, okay? Let's say that you find that the weight of the engineering is too much and you need to reduce it a little bit. Now we can play with it as much as we want from tools, globally change. I will make a new one, and here I will choose resource assignment, and I will make where WBS is under, let's say, the engineering. Then I'll add here the condition that the budgeted units, we have here material, so budgeted material units equal to budgeted material units. Let's reduce it by the half, divided by custom by 2. So we'll divide the weight here, we'll reduce it because we want to put less weight for all the engineering activities. The other way around, you can do it. You can do it, for example, multiply by 2 if you need to increase the weight in some certain places. Okay, now we did this one, and for example here, the general requirement is taking too much, so we can go to the activity we need, and from the budgeted units we can reduce it, let's say make it 500. So this is another way of doing things. طيب يا هاني, what we did now is giving us a fake cost. Yes, sure, it is a fake cost, but you will not show the cost at this case. You will show the planned percentage and the actual percentage. Now you have some weight Whenever you update your schedule, do something, you will see the planned value and the earned planned percentage and actual percentage. One more thing I would like to tell you, that before telling that this is excellent, I have to go with it, you need to check how it looks like. Okay, so let's find our resource, which called weight. Where it is? I have too many resources here. I will filter by current project resource, so I have only one. Okay, as you can see here, that this is my S curve. Let's say, okay, I need to make June, July, August, September, okay, then October. I have a drop here. I don't need this drop. I need to do something. This is what's so called resource leveling. So I'm going to expand everything I have here, and I'm going to remove the WBS. Okay. Now I'm going to sort the activity by the weight. So I need the heaviest weight to be in the top. Let's say I'd like to increase October a little bit. So I'll check what is in October to make it starting earlier. And the thing I do here will be more effective because it is more weight in the top. So let's say I can move this generator. I will go to the relationships. This generator relationships is starting after the paddle board. For example, for this purpose only, I'll make it finish to finish, for example. Now it is moved. I need it to be in October, so I'm going to push it a little bit. Let's say 7 days, 8 days. Now looks fine. Let's see how it looks here. Now, as you can see, now October start making changes. Same for November, for example. If I would like to do November here, I'd like to put more weight or more value here. I can do the same by going to the relationships. It is finished to start with the masonry. I can make it finish to finish. Okay, and here I have the electrical work. Now it is in October and November. I can push it by 10 days and see the effect of what I'm doing. So this is the way you can do some leveling. Now, okay, Hany, we did this one. How we can see the planned percentage and the actual percentage? Let's say we are happy with this S curve now. Okay, I'm going to just I'll hide the empty so it will not confuse us. I'm going to project, maintain baseline, add, I'll convert, save a copy of this current project as a new baseline. Make close project, assign baseline. I will assign this baseline. I just copy it. Okay. Okay. Now, to be in the safe side, you don't want to show the budgeted total cost, definitely, because it is not correct. What you want to show is the percentage completed. You can show the schedule percentage completed and the activity percentage completed. As we can see here, both of them are 0, definitely. But let's move it a little bit, the data date. Let's move it like 3 months and then make a schedule. And you should see here, this is the schedule percentage completed started to count because too many activities here should start. Okay, same when we do in the update. Let's say this activity started on 22nd November. Oh, 1st December, doesn't matter. We did it 30%. You can see now it is start making progress. But if you would like to see the progress here to roll up to the level of the project, you can choose here, instead of activity percentage completed, you can show the cost percentage completed, for example. And here you can see it is rolling up to the project overall actuals. And in that case, you can change simply to actual, actual percentage completed, click OK, apply. And this one you can change it instead of schedule, because some people confused from it. You can make it planned. Again, this is not the most accurate way to monitor your project, but we can use this way for some certain scenarios where we don't have costs or resources, so we can put our own weight and start monitoring the project based on this way. I hope you find this video useful to you. See you in the next one.